Hello, my name is CarX82, and welcome back to our Omnifactory playthrough. At the moment, I am just going through every single recipe here and picking out the ones that require a fluid or something, and just trying to get everything sorted. So all these were the ones that required the blast furnace on the left. I've pulled out all the ones that require the one in the middle and a couple extra. Everything that we have left, none of this requires a fluid of any kind. Some of them do require like 2 ingots or 2 different ingredients, so they have to be in the same one. If I could spell energetic, yeah. So like energetic silver, obviously silver ingot, and then energetic lens. So they have to go in the same one. But the way I'm going to set this up, instead of having the filters, because that was a bit annoying, but it does let you split items. Like all these things that don't require 2 items can go, wherever. It doesn't matter which one they go in. So it works for that. But yeah, having to put items in every single, like having to set every single filter for an item was kind of annoying. But a lot of this stuff, the dark solarium is the only one that has to go in this one. So this is the only one that has tritium and tritium. Tritium? I think it's tritium. I did look it up, and I've forgotten how. I was curious how it was supposed to be said, and I can't remember now. So that one needs to go in there, but all the ones on the right I have gone through. Basically just moved them over as I checked. And yeah, so basically, we can have 9, so we might as well do... I think that needs 2 items. Let's pull that one out. And how about that? We'll pull that one out. And then I'll figure out what I want to do with the rest. I'll probably... I can't do another... Did I put the thing away? Good. I can't do another input bus. I was thinking, I just had a thought, like maybe I could do a second input bus, but we can't because I'm at the max. I'm pretty sure I need 10 heat-proof machine casings, otherwise it won't form. So yeah, otherwise I could add more fluid, but yeah, anyway. I put a little temporary one here. This isn't going to stay here, but it's kind of where I have this. So if I need to craft something up, I have a easy way to get to that, because that one over there was a bit far. But yeah, I'm just crafting up a steel chest here. I actually need another one, might as well. But yeah, I'm glad to finally get these sorted out. This is taking a bit longer than I would hoped, but it is what it is. So I guess I'm just trying to figure out. I could just... I want that, because then I have to like go up. It's a bit awkward. But having the cables, like all kind of craziness, is a bit awkward as well. I guess that isn't too bad. How did I totally had interfaces. Cat. He wants to play. Whenever I start recording, he decides it is playtime. Alright, we'll do that. Yeah, and then I'll just do that. Alright, so that way I don't have to worry about filters and all that kind of craziness. And then, yeah, I'll get that. I need to do the second one, or the last one we'll do over here. And then I'll just kind of split up the... I guess we'll just kind of split up the rest into wherever. It doesn't really matter where they go, to be honest. There's probably some that I don't want to, like tungsten carbide requires tungsten ingots, so I probably don't want to put that on the same one that requires tungsten ingots. I'd rather have on a second one. Otherwise, it needs to wait for all the tungsten to be smelted up and then it does it, kind of thing. So there are some ways I could kind of split it out, but for the most part, I think there's not too many. One of them is like this. Vibrant alloy requires energetic alloy, so I don't want to put that on the same one. But other than that, I think for the most part we can just kind of split this up. All right, let me break down this one. It does suck. We're gonna lose that, but there's really nothing I can do about it unless I use it up. I could. I mean, I have tons of deuterium. It doesn't really matter. I don't want to waste that though. The solarium, how much does it? It's 1,000. All right, so I'll probably just craft up. I'll break like the thing and then I'll use that up. I definitely don't want to waste it. There's no point in wasting that. That's what I'll do. All right, so yeah, let me just kind of do this. I need to get all these moved, and I did see a couple suggestions. One was a dolly. Fortunately, there are no dollies. Isn't there like a cardboard box or something like that? Apparently, I don't think that is in here, because isn't that from Mechanism? Mechanism is in the pack. So yeah, I don't know if there's any way to move these. I don't know if there's a block that moves tile entities in this mod pack. So yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, let me cut here and we'll come back. All right, we are back and I've gone ahead and got everything set up. I have sort of done the things. There's definitely more on this end. I may, as I'm kind of using it, just readjust some of the recipes, but for now we'll leave it like that. I've also kind of moved some more of the loot things. This is just going to be when I kind of get time to move them, because having them up there right now, it doesn't really matter. They work perfectly fine up there, so it's not like a huge... I'm not in a huge rush to move these, but I figure, you know, I'll just move like one row at a time kind of thing when I get... when I have the time. But yeah, I want to get some wireless AE, because that's going to make this a bit easier. Unfortunately, the whole range, I'm going to have... All right, let's go ahead and get that. I don't know if there's actually a request for... I have a lot of quests I need to... I don't think... Doesn't look like it's over there. Travel anchors, like, what is all this stuff? Lithium. Hollows, yeah, let's get those done. Right, and that's when I was setting the... You need a stack of these, that's when I was setting the passive crafting. So, alright, there we go. Yeah, I don't think there is like a wireless quest area, but yeah, so we need a security terminal. I do know that. Anything kind of crazy here? A little bit. Unfortunately, I do not have... Yeah, I don't think we need to automate this, do we? I'm only going to be doing... Oh, man. I'm only going to be doing a couple of these, if that. There we go. That's... So what is that? Dark steel, right? I think it was dark steel, right? Yeah, dark steel, quartz glass, that should all be and 16K. That's not difficult at all. So have a lot of this stuff already automated. All right, so we'll get the security terminal. Then we need a wireless receiver. Pearl to add. Are we going to need lots of these? Or spatial component? Yeah, probably not. We'll need a couple of these. Might as well just do a recipe. I have lots of room of recipes, so it's not. Just trying to think. These are cheaper because you get 2 per one, don't you? Might as well do that. All right, molecular. So Flux Pearl for that. Do we have everything for the security terminal? That's that. What's this last thing? Ah, these dang. And these keep saying I'm like, oh, I don't need to do this. Every time I craft up these every time I craft up these panel things, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna have to do these again, and then I end up having to do them again. Go. I just use the quartz class. Right? That's quartz class, right? Yeah, quartz class. There we go. And that will just take a second. So then I need, after this, we need actual wireless. We'll need one of these. I think there is. Oh, I forgot to do the emitter. Thankfully, like as we can see, I have all this stuff already auto crafting, so that's pretty cool. And we're making sure everything works with the blast furnaces. So it does seem everything is working correctly. Yep, go. Right, that is not. Where is? Do I have? What's going on with that? Something is going on with the set 2. There we go. Apparently I had never switched these over. Probably would help. All right, there we go. Emitter. All right, so there's the wireless thing. And the access point. So I think what we'll do, I think I'll just have the one and then maybe a bunch of the cards. I don't think that is. Actually, it's probably easier to use. Well, I don't know. Ender Pearl. Do I have Ender Pearl dust? Yeah, I do. That. It's the Flux dust. Should probably have some of this passive crafting, but oh well. why not? Well, we could just use these. Like I said, you get 2 of these per one Certus dust. So they're actually cheaper than the regular ones. I don't know how something... Oh, it's doing those, that's why. Don't know how far this is actually... I kind of don't want this visible. I don't think it looks... I don't like the way it looks. So we'll just throw it down there. Basically, it just needs to be attached to the thing. And then we need to set our... I don't know, what, 20 for now. We need to set the wireless terminal. All right, let me get this crafted up. There's a couple things I need to do here. Ooh, that is a dense one. And I think it's what? Crafting? This one. Yeah, let me get this stuff crafted up because these are a bit annoying. I don't have recipes for these. Probably should. There's those panels again that I keep forgetting to do a thing for. Anyway, yeah, let me get this stuff crafted up and we'll come back. All right, we're back and that is, all right, nice. Wireless crafting table. I do have an infinity booster card and I don't remember where I got it. I think it was from, didn't we get it from like an Enderman or something? I don't remember. Oh, you can actually craft them? I didn't know you could do that. I know I didn't do it that way, but all right, I need to get that powered up. Small. Yeah, there's no way to throw that in there. I have to... There. That does take a lot of power, and I still haven't gotten that charger. I guess I should just get that charger. What was that? Mana infused. Ah. I must have broken the... As I'm saying, oh yeah, this doesn't... We can just leave this. Apparently I ended up broke that. There we go. There we go. Alright, so we got the crafting table. Let's pull this out. Should be good for a little bit. Gotta link the device. There. Alright, so security terminal, which is kind of hidden. Basically, you just have to do that. Alright, now they are linked. Guess we'll just do wireless. Get back here. I'll throw range 105 meters. That should actually be enough, I think, maybe. All right, there we go. And did you put the wireless in there? The infinity? I don't remember what these actually do, to be honest. Is that so I can go? I don't think that will let us go anywhere, right? Is it? Infinity? Wait, does it? Oh, maybe it does. For some reason, I was thinking you needed more of those infinity cards. Or... I don't remember. I remember in another pack, like, we kind of... I'll just throw those in there anyway. Just in case. I don't know. I made them, so might as well throw them in there. Alright, so we got our wireless. That is definitely going to help. I'm just curious, because that is actually using more power. Not that power really matters, but... Alright, yeah, I guess with the infinity card... I've totally had a different type of infinity card before. I swear, like, you needed more than one infinity card. Maybe I'm just... Yeah, I guess maybe those were pointless, the boosters. Alright, but yeah, that will definitely help, and we can craft stuff up as well. And I totally forgot we had the the iron hook. And I had a magnet. I totally forgot I had a magnet on me too. Alright, so we got wireless finally. what else do I need to... I need to get this stuff moved. Yeah. Now we're like starting to get into moving fluids and stuff. Oh, I am putting this off as much as possible. Need to get the assembly line moved. I guess we could... This needs to be moved as well, man. Well, we have 700,000 of those. Granite, so that's a thing. I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but if you put this pyroclastic injection, it doesn't use the water. It doesn't need any water, actually. You just put one bucket of lava in there, and then it produces granite. But yeah, I can't remember if I mentioned that. All right, let me figure out what I want to do now that we got wireless crafting to help us out a little bit. We'll come back. All right, we are back, and I've been doing some kind of figuring out how I want to do this. So overall, there is two types of kind of setups I have, two types of builds, I guess you want to call it. One is the on-demand crafting, so anything with recipes. When I click like auto crafting, it puts stuff in these to craft up. Those are on-demand crafting. And what I am thinking is I'm actually going to upgrade all the on-demand stuff. So all of these extruders and laser engravers and all this stuff, anything that requires, you know, an on-demand type thing, I'm going to upgrade to IV, I think, is kind of what the goal is. IV is the highest tier you can get without having to use the assembly line. So that is kind of what I'm thinking. Trying to get, you know, hundreds of LUV components with the assembly line, it just takes a bit longer and it's a bit more complicated. They use more things. So I think I'm going to do IV. I'm going to get rid of LV and MV and EV. All these machines, we're not going to have any machines running at these tiers anymore. So anything like this advanced wire mill that I use, going to be upgraded to IV. And like this compressor, I could switch this compressor to one of the higher tiers, I just haven't. So all the EV, MV, LV stuff, all going to be replaced with IV power. The other types of machines we have are the passive crafting ones. So all the stuff that does like the chemistry and the, you know, epoxy, polyethylene, polytetrafluoroethylene, polyvinyl chloride, any of that is just going to be moved down. I'll pull all the different fluids out, and that's what these will just be moved over like one for one, basically. These I don't need lots of stuff from, so they can just slowly passive craft, and it's not an issue. I've never had an issue running out of any of the stuff because I don't use it fast enough. Obviously, if there is something that we need to use faster, we can upgrade it. But like all this stuff, these will all get upgraded to IV because this is an on-demand type crafting recipe. This stuff over here, obviously, will just stay at HV. So that is kind of the main kind of plan I have. Now, I think this episode is probably going to be the last one I show moving stuff. What I'm going to do is just move a lot of this off camera, I guess. And then we'll spend, you know, a few minutes in the beginning of each episode just explaining, okay, I've moved this over here. This is where my, I produce all this stuff. This is over here. This is what I did, kind of thing. So we can start progressing again, is kind of what I'm thinking. Because this base works up fine up here and the base down there works fine too. So I can keep progressing. We don't have like half the base not working. Everything works fine. It's just split in two at the moment. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, so we don't have to keep going over this. I was trying to figure out how many of these laser engravers we have, and apparently we need, I think we need 6. Yeah, I think we need 6 in total. The blue one does need to be upgraded at some point to a higher tier, but I'm not crafting these up yet, so we don't need that. But there's quite a few of these lenses that don't actually get used. So integrated circuit wafers, the only thing you use them for is these circuits, which we don't craft anymore, so we don't need that one. endopearl lens. The NAND stuff is only used in data sticks, data orbs. We don't use any of that, so we don't need those. So I think we need like 6 of those. So like I said, I'll start upgrading all this and moving it. I do have a little area kind of out here, and I think what we're gonna do, I don't want, like how I've done this here, probably don't want to do it that way. I'm thinking I could actually move this over. I'm just realizing that I should move that over one, have it facing down, so we can just, we're using more cables than we really need. I think what I'm going to do though is have like the CEF. This one's a little different because of the blast furnaces. I can put this stuff on top. I could actually, I'm thinking about it, I could put this up here and run the line kind of up here or even farther back so you can't even see it. Yeah, definitely think we're going to do that. To hide this cabling, because it doesn't look very good up there. And we'll push this back farther. Maybe even to like here, and then have the power cables in the back. Or maybe I could even push the thing. I could have the CEF back here facing down and completely hide the cables. All right, that's probably what I'll do. Anyway, I think what we're going to do is put the, we'll have another relay to like maybe a relay there, and then we'll send it down into the CEF, like kind of right there, and then we'll send the power underneath. It's kind of what I'm thinking. So another relay, and then the CEF right there in the floor. So let me get some of the kind of machines. Let me get some of this. I'll make the we'll exchange the floor so we can get a bit nicer floor to look at, and we'll start placing some of these IV machines, and then yeah, we'll come back. All right, we are back, and I'm trying to decide, since this is the first room I've kind of, you know, done Gregtech machines in. I did the one with the multi-block, but this is a bit different. I am not fully sure how I want to get the cabling in and how I want to power everything. I definitely want the machines underneath. Question is where I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna bump this wall out a bit more. Problem here is, do I want, do I want to run the machines like this way? Or do I want to run the machines this way? Do I want the room like that way or this way? I mean, either way, it doesn't really, I think going this way would actually be better, to be honest. Because this is the main hallway. I could have another room here, another room here, but if I go like this, it kind of makes it a bit awkward. Yeah, so the question would be, like, do I put the machines there? And I'll probably do 2 rows. Now that I'm thinking about this, that is probably what I want to do. Although I kind of want to have a bit of space. I kind of want to do, I may end up, I don't know if I want to move this room. Maybe I'll go this way. Maybe I change my mind. The only problem if I do it going this way, I can only have like 3 on this side. And I would have like a big long row on that side of machines. All right, this I'm gonna have to figure out. I think we're gonna do, I'm kind of leaning towards this way, to be honest. so why don't let's just get this going, and I can always change my mind. I guess it's gonna want to go like there. And it doesn't matter how big this room is. I can have like a massive room. It doesn't really matter. Just want to kind of see and get a feeling for how I like this and how easy it is to get around. Because if I'm constantly tripping over machines, and I don't want to be like jumping over machines constantly like I kind of am. So I kind of want to have this nice and easy to get through. So like I can come in here, run down here, access all the machines, run down the center, come down here kind of thing. All right, I'm kind of liking this. Question is, how do we get the power? So I've dropped that down 1 because you need 1 for power. And I kind of like having this come down the middle. So what we're gonna do, I like that sound. I think I mentioned that. I like that sound it makes when it breaks. That's all of them. So obviously we'll have the aluminum cable. I know I don't really need to have this. It just feels weird if I don't paint the machines. Or paint the cables. All right, and then I want that hidden, so it'll be down there. Like this. And I'm thinking, and like I said, I may rearrange this when I have more time to look at it and kind of get a feel for it and run around and etc. Actually, not there. What I think is we'll do this in the middle, like that in the floor. And one of those there. Output, and then that. So that to that, that to that. Do we like that? What do we think? I was kind of... I don't know if I'd like having that directly in the middle. I don't know. Like I said, it's just gonna take some time, and I'm always open to feedback as well. What do we think? Do we like seeing that like right in the middle of the room when you walk in? You do get stuck on it. Actually, you don't. For some reason, I thought you got stuck on it. Right. So that's not as bad as I was kind of afraid it would be. And then we will come through here. This down here. With this. And then, pretty sure, isn't there like covers for there's like covers for the cables, aren't there? Facades or something like that. I'll have to look into that. I definitely want that to, I mean, it's not the end of the world. You can't really see it too easily, but yeah, you can see it pretty easily. But that will be behind, and then we will, you know, this. Need a screwdriver. Let's make sure we that to them all. All right, and then we just basically put these. So green, we'll put that there. NOR, and so basically just this one. I don't think we do NOR. And the blue is power. I could have like figured this out and set them up a little easier when I was had them been organized. CPU. but I kind of just threw them all. Actually, why don't we do this? RAM wafer. I think the RAM is diamond. SOC is, I'm sure that's zirconium, isn't it? Oh, that's ASOC. SOC and then SOC. I want to keep these, all these similar machines, I want them together. I want like all my laser engravers together, all my extruders together, etc. So yeah, I think I like that. So what do we think? Do we like this? Do we like this in the middle? I don't know about that. Not sure if I want that right there. It just sticks out with the gray flooring. That's the one thing I'm kind of wondering about. And I'll probably have another row of machines here. You know, obviously we'll push this wall back, but I'll probably have 2 rows because then we can put interfaces over here. All right, but I think that is a pretty good place to wrap up. Like I said, I'm going to do a lot of the moving of the machines, and then we'll come back next episode. I'll kind of go over a little bit of what I have done. And I think, yeah, next episode, I think we want to kind of start progressing, I think. So tier 8, we're going to have to figure out what we need to do. A lot of this stuff we can actually already craft. I don't think this is going to be too difficult. We do have some warp cores and stuff that we need to get crafted up. What is this? It's just stainless steel machine blocks. All right, that's easy enough. And yeah, the only thing is the ZPM, but I think I even have, I don't know. Let's really quickly, before we wrap up, let's just kind of see what we're looking at. Snowball. I'm gonna have to add a thing for the snowball. Diamonds. Lots and lots of diamonds. All right. Good to know. Quantum chest. Tritanium. That's a new fusion recipe. All right. So there is a couple things here. Diamonds, tritanium, but compared to the tier 7 one, there is not much that we need to get sorted out before we'll be able to craft that up. But anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching and have a good one.